What I do here is practice the Norwegian folk painting art of rosemaling.
I am mainly a watercolorist. I like to paint watercolors. A lot of them are of wildlife, flowers, anything that kind of catches my interest or inspires me.
Well, I'm a drawer and a painter, and I work on the computer here, but I paint and I draw at the studio.
What I do here is cut up big pieces of glass into smaller pieces of glass and put them back together and make something else.
Mostly what I do is felting. I use wool to needle felt and also to wet felt, like the scarves that you see behind me here.
When I was getting ready to retire, I had heard of North House Folk School in Minnesota, and I thought, oh, it would be fun to take a class up there, and I was looking to see what they had, and rosemaling was one of the offerings, and since I have Norwegian heritage, I was interested in doing this, and I've been taking classes ever since.
My grandmother, she was an artist. She created porcelain dolls, and she loved anything crafty, anything she could pour herself into, and kind of just stemmed from that and spending a lot of time with her.
I grew up drawing and painting as a kid. And my mom says I was good.
I think it was started when I was in my early 20s. My grandpa gave me some glass samples that were like 2x3 pieces. They were old samples, maybe from the 40s or 50s, and I wanted to be able to lead those together to make a little window. I did eventually make that. It was an early project. It was terrible. As with any art or craft, it takes a long time to perfect it, but that was one of my early adventures in glass.
When I was a senior in high school, I went to Kazakhstan as a student, as an exchange student, and a big craft that they do is the felting with their yurts and rugs and all those sorts of things. So I learned how to felt as a result, and have been felting in some way or another ever since.
This is ready to start painting, and what we do is transfer the design with chalk onto the piece, and just enough to give some guidelines. The style is called OS, O-S, and it's just a very colorful style. So that's my most recent endeavor.
Currently, I'm working on a series of paintings that are based off of tarot cards, kind of doing my own take on them.
I don't have anything laid out here to show you exactly, but I do have a finished cartoon here, and I've pulled a few glass samples. So when I'm ready to build, and I have a glass here, I tape this down to the glass, trace around it with a black marker, and then that's my outline for cutting.
What I'm working on now is felting a tree onto a wire armature. This is pretty much done, but as you can see, the branches are bendy because this is all felted onto wire, which was a new kind of project for me. So this was a lot of fun with the needle felting. You take this very large needle here, and basically you just poke the wool until it felts.
There is no way that I could be set up like this at home. I just don't have the room. So it's wonderful to have a space where I can have everything out and where I can store supplies, and it's just good to be able to be here. I appreciate the community as well, and I'm very grateful.
You got people around there that are artists, and You can feed off them and their enthusiasm. You can see there's the things that they're working on, and it's just fun to be in a studio space where you've got people around, and it's very conducive to creativity.
Have a place to work at all. I don't have a lot of time to work because, as many of you know, I have another job that has to be my first priority. But I'm just very grateful to have a place where I can keep working at all.
It's something just for me. I think a lot of times, especially as women or as moms, we forget to do anything for ourselves and take care of ourselves, and this is my way of self-care and making sure I take care of me, and just makes my soul happy. So I love being a part of this place.